Hi all, welcome to another Chess24 Banter Blitz. Just about. I've been battling with some technical issues on Expert. I checked Twitter. I thought I'll restart the whole machine. That usually helps when you just restart machines. Hi all, welcome. Let's mute over there. Okay. Let's mention the 15% off voucher code Kingscrusher. You can get to play even the World Chess Champion, Magnus Carlsen. So one of the greatest ever World Chess Champions at all, time controls in fact. Other fantastic grandmasters and celebrities, etc. So wonderful stuff. 15% off, voucher code Kingscrusher at chess24com/premium. Okay, we're going to be ending later than usual because I've started 20 minutes late. Naughty, naughty. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's go to the challenge screen and kick off the first challenge. I hope he's still around. Sorry about this today. Okay, Chess Blitz. It's a 3-minute game. So I'm in the stream. Okay, so it's a fast and furious 3-minute game, and okay, I'm doing okay. I think here it's my little pet system. I'm quite comfortable with this system in the Tango. So knight g4, and it looks pretty crude at the moment, doesn't it? F5 and E4. Maybe here for a moment. F5 and E4. Would that do anything? His knight will plonk on not D4 because the bishop takes. If he has rook D1, I can still play. Well, I'm actually thinking knight takes E4 takes check, knight E7. Am I in big trouble there? Or is that worth it? Does he play rook D1, E4, knight E4, heads for E6? Or not? Okay, I think queen F7 anyway. And I want to play knight. I think I want to play knight E5. It looks fairly comfortable, doesn't it? Quizzically, I'm asking, does it? I don't know. Actually, is it? This bishop on G5 is dangerous. Okay. Maybe I should castle before something horrible happens. I'm significantly ahead on the clock. He's not the fastest 3-minute opponent I've ever played. Bishop B5. Can I get to play Bishop B5 here? Is that useful? I think it is because of rook F7 after. If I have rook F7, I'm protecting B7 and evicting the queen. It looks rather pleasant at the moment, if that really is the case. Am I evicting that queen? Okay. Knight D3, is that worth it? Maybe Bishop B6 supports rook C7. I'm flicking this rook C7. Or am I playing on the dangerous side here? A5, Bishop A7. It still looks as though I think the clock advantage is significant here. He's only got like 30 seconds, and we're still in quite a rich looking position. It looks quite complicated. It's not as if it's a simple pawn structure. Alright, that's interesting. Is that going to cause me trouble? I could protect my queen to be able to play f4 sometimes. Can I play this just to play a takes b5? Okay, he's trying to close in my bishop. I'll do this. I'm going to lose that pawn. Hang on. Why am I losing that pawn? Oh, that was naughty of me. Am I cracking up? I'm just giving him a pass to a pawn for nothing. Oh, f4 would have been good. Okay, I can take out this pawn though. Now f4 hits his rook. Go back. Maybe hit the queen. Alright, thanks for the game, Chess Blitz. Yeah, tough one to start off with. Okay, Blunder Panda. I don't know. I don't know what I want at e4, knight f3. I think I'm distraught about these technical exploit issues. And when I mention it, someone says I've split up with my ex. No. XSplit's some software I use for streaming XSplit. And I was checking Twitter for the latest news on it. Oh dear, I think I'm a little bit still. Yeah, it wasn't entirely smooth today. Okay, so d5. Why is it like e5? Isn't that like 3 pieces for the queen after e takes? Wouldn't I want 3 pieces for the queen? Is that silly? If he's given me the rook, didn't Paul Carez play something like this against Fischer and maybe lost? But maybe he shouldn't have. I'm not entirely sure actually. Something like this. He probably lost actually. I don't know. Something rings a bell about this. Oh. Is there rook d8 here? Or I don't want to lose a piece immediately. Is there like, okay, d takes, there isn't rook d8 because the queen takes, protecting the rook. So I'll put this back, but is there f6? Okay. It's getting a bit crazy. There's f6. Oh, there's at least f6, isn't there? Oh, hang on. He's letting me have the possibility of bishop f6. If there's bishop f6, well, what about also knight e4? Is there like knight e4 or something? Okay, I'm getting a bit overloaded here. Rook g2 is getting a bit scary for c2. Am I threatening knight f6 sometimes? The knight is holding c2 here. Hold on a sec. Alright, so I can win even more material. Or I could play bishop f6. I think I like the look of bishop f6 if it wasn't for queen f4. Can I just get rid of queen f4 for a moment? I think... Okay, if the rook moves, there might be knight f6. Okay. Bishop f6 for bishop e5 would give knight f6 check. Wouldn't it? Okay, so I play this with tempo. That at least gives me knight f6 check. If I have knight f6, that looks as though it could be dangerous. How exactly? Well, there's knight takes and then rook takes d7. And then there's knight, there's at least a draw, I think. So that's very tempting. Because I'm sort of shredding my opponent's king here, I think. Rook takes d7. Well, e2 is a technical issue, though. Is it? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to weaken g6 here with this, which means my other rook can crash through. Well, here, rook g6. Okay, that probably wasn't sound. It was 3 pieces for the queen. What did the engines think about this? Was it okay? Oh, hang on. There's a queen h3. What is this? Is this a lot better after all that? After all that brilliancy, I just take here, don't I? Just winning a piece. Oh, queen h3. The computer doesn't care about this stuff. Just queen h3. So it's virtually nothing here. Until then, there's knight takes c6. And then what? It's not giving anything. I don't know what's going on there. Bishop e4? I don't know. Oh, okay. In the game continuation, I'm just on. Okay, h6 is winning for black apparently. Okay, very complicated. Okay, fun stuff. Yeah. Okay, Kasparov fan. Okay. So this is a tango, yeah. So bishop c5 coming up. h6 and b5 coming up. a6 and b5. Is that? Can I try and get a grip on the dark squares? Okay, if I try and fix down stuff, f4 could be a strategic target one day. If I have knight f8 and I have bishop takes, then I have knight f4, then I have knight g6. You have knight f4 and knight f4, knight e2. And takes, I'm getting nothing on side. It's not really it's not really amazing, is it, this idea? Also, okay, it's a little bit dangerous, the f4 control. He's going for that. Maybe I just wait for e5. Is he really playing for f4? I play for the e5 square. But then he's on h5. So in other words, I might need to worry about this. Yeah, I can't afford to lose h5, can I? f5 might be the lesser evil here. I think I'm just going to allow f5 and castle queenside. Is this, I don't know, is this really, really bad or just slightly bad? If I played f6, he plays g6. Okay, my knight's going to be crushed. If I play g6, f6 is just horrible. Okay, can I just protect that for a moment without compromising everything? Or not? There is b4 and queen a4, maybe sometimes. Alright, I want to give my knight c8 if I want to play like g6 sometimes. In fact, knight c8. Oh, hang on, that's a bit scary. Okay, why didn't I play the king better earlier? Okay, knight c8 to d6. Oh. Right, I better put a rook in there defensively. Then knight c8 to b6 potentially. Is it possible to get an exchange of queens here going with b4 and queen b5? Was it already too late for that? Because he's got rook b3, b4, a3, queen b5, queen takes, a takes. If he takes, there's rook a1, rook takes h1. Alright, here I have to do this, I think. Well, maybe there's also c4 as a possibility. I think c4 gives rise to queen b6. Yeah, I think c4 or knight c8. Maybe knight c8 is better to go to b6. If he plays b4, then c4. I want to play knight b6, I think. I don't know entirely why yet. Okay, now I do. Okay, I have to get the queens off here. Okay, can I put the knight in the and maybe knight a4, or should the knight go back to d6? Maybe it's got better prospects on d6. Probably better central, more central. Knight on the rim is dim, as they say. If that knight's on a4. Yeah, okay, I think it's more better like this. The knight on d6. Can I do anything with this one? I probably did want to play g6 at some point, but then this f file looks ominous. He's got quicker access to this f file. It could be a terrible entry point. Mind you, the knight holds f7. This f file entry point, can my king actually... No, it's not so bad. Come over to e7, or would he play like f6? I would take. Maybe there's knight f5 check if the king's. No, it's a bit controversial. This. Is it possible that? Is it possible that g6 is an idea, or does he really just close up everything? I could try and play leaving that. If I play g6, everything comes off later. I play c6. There's at least a c6 with a d5 target. Okay, so this would secure down and try and make this irrelevant, this knight. If I have the rooks coming off, I think in the endgames I have, or now, I have c6. I think I have to arrange for c6, unless he's doing a knight sack. I'm arranging... Oh, okay. I've got to slowly arrange for c6 if that's at all possible. It's the only like strategic, interesting break here. c6. On the other hand, I think I would need. I would need to really work out the configuration here. I think okay, I'm going to start with c6 immediately. I think Leela chess would wait 120 moves before playing c6. But I don't know. I just can't do that. I think I've got to play it here. So if I take and then e4, is that an idea? Or is it too committal? What about, okay. I need to get some squares. Knight d2, e3. Do I get any square at all there after? Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. There's rook takes d5 as well. If I just put this back for a moment to consider rook d6 and then doubling, and then lose e5. Can't really get a break here, can I? Let's see what this does. Okay, so knight c6 here. Okay, I can do this. This situation, would I have any prospect after knight d6 with these knights? I could maneuver a knight into f4. So I think I'm going to accept that. I think I'm going to move a knight into f4 somehow. But how would I actually do that without dropping e5. Oh, that's interesting. That seems a bit unsound to me. Yes, this seems unsound. I think that was a self-explode, wasn't it? Mind you, don't just allow anything naughty. Okay, knight d3. Okay, let's check here. I'm trying to take out this c3 to get a past c-pawn. If that's happening. Oh, knight. Yeah, I think. Oh, that was a bit of a grinder. Okay, face. Yeah, that was interesting. Dirks 3-minute game. Okay, so I can play this with the cautionary gambit in mind. Okay, that's changed everything. No cautionary gambit here, or is there? There's a sort of cautionary gambit with h6 included. Okay, interesting stuff. I'm going to play like this because I've had this played against me by Swanson sometimes. I think a key game reminds me of this, where he sort of took over the squares on the king side after depriving g4. It was like trying to just play it position E. So king g2, knight b3, rook h1. Yeah, I think I've played like this. This was like very, very attractive in its day. This idea of the quick g5. Maybe it's still attractive as an idea. It's very caveman-y, so I was immediately attracted to it at the time. This whole g5 business in the French, yeah. Okay, so alright, so I think king g2 and rook h1 and knight b3, and just try and take over generally the squares. So knight b3, rook h1, and try and take over these squares. And there's bishop g6 there, and then there's not knight g5, but, or is there? There's queen f3 for queen f7. If knight f6, okay, it's not entirely like winning, necessarily. Maybe like for a moment rook h1 is better. My hair is a mess. Did I really brush my hair like that? Total mess. Sorry. Okay. E takes. Oh, just blunder a piece. Okay, I'm nearly blundering a piece. Knight takes on knight f3. Oh, this isn't clever, is it? Okay, nothing at all clever by me so far. Wonderful. What about this bishop b2? That diagonal seems sensitive anyway. But now what? Might need to cut the losses here with f3 soon. Or bishop e2. This looks remarkably passive. In fact, I'm now forced to play king takes here. I don't want to lose the bishop. Yeah, I think I've come on to the defensive. Can I try and let's put that king there, and maybe take this guy out, or not, or not. Maybe knight f3 is more logical. If bishop g4, knight d4. Right, this might be an idea to try and get the bishop working. Okay. Oh, there's knight f4 check. Oh, that's not nice. Is there king g3 here on knight f4? I'll be threatening bishop d4 still. Not queen d3, there's knight f4. Queen d2. So I just want to play... maybe there's queen d6. Do I really want to go into this double check territory, or is there queen e5? If king g3, queen e6, queen d4, knight e2, there's queen e5. These various double checks, knight e5... I mean, knight h5, queen e5, knight e6, queen e5. I assume I can... Oh, God. Alright, it's a bishop g2. I'm about to be mated here. Blimey. Oh, hold on. I think I might need to take that guy out. I think I am getting mated. Hang on, there's rook h1, no panic. Queen h4, queen h3, the major threats. Okay. Alright, now queen d4 as discussed before for queen e5, otherwise I'm doomed. Queen e5, nope, I have just lost the queen, yeah. Okay, great. Oh, check. No, don't lose on time. Move! Move! Okay. Oh! I lost control there, totally. Yeah. Oh, okay. I just suddenly had this idea. Hold on, I'm going to lose to queen h4 checkmate. That was really sad. I thought, that's a really sad... I saw a destiny of queen h4 checkmate. That was really sad to see that. I didn't just see that. I felt that for a moment. Oh, queen h4, that'd be so embarrassing. I felt that. Queen h4. Thank goodness for rook h1. Thank goodness for rook h1. Okay. Is this so bad? It could be a good King's Engine variation. If I castle then. Is this centre about to explode? Because it looks as though there's good pressure here on white's centre. If I play rook c8, there's cd as a fact. The queen's not very well placed, I would argue, for a moment. Rook c8, cd, trying to exploit the queen's placement. Or is that's not the only issue here? That's fascinating. Is the centre like worth grabbing here? Just offer a flanking pawn for a centre pawn. And this. Well, there's at least knight any knight takes d5. That looks horrendous, because then there's knight b4. That can't be right for white. Okay. e4, if I just want to win a pawn. Can I do better? Is there like... d4. d4 and d5. Looks like fun pawns in the centre there. I'll go for the fun pawns in the centre. With d5, offer this pawn for e4. And then I have d3. Oh, did I just get carried away? I think I might have just got carried away. Why didn't I see that? Ouch, got carried away. I'm losing a piece here. Yeah, I got carried away. Missed something. Okay, there's at least knight e3 though. That looks as like there's something interesting going on. Unfortunately, yeah, I think I have been carried away. Is that okay? Knight e4. Knight e4. It would be hitting the f3 knight. Knight e4. It looks as though there's dangerous pressure on the white's position. There's also a bishop c6 to factor in, so I think I will go for knight e4. I assume maybe he could just win the exchange there. Okay, now if takes, there's bishop c6, which will stop the queen d5 check. It'll be on f3. If he castles queenside, queen f3. If he castles kingside, knight takes g3. I think it might actually be an okay position for me again. It's a bit chaotic. I don't really know. Castling knight g3. Well, do I know that? Okay. I think. Is knight g3 playable? I'm going to assume knight g5 is dangerous. I think I have to assume knight g5 is dangerous. I'll take the exchange and suffer the consequences or something. It's got bishop h7 and knight f7 coming up. Have I got anything clever against knight g5 to speak of? Oh. Right. Okay, it's ready for knight g5. I've got queen c5 if I need it. I'll just take this for a moment. That actually gives me bishop c6 as well. It's not entirely greedy. That sort of pins that knight. Alright, so if I have e2, actually, it looks kind of juicy. I was going to play queen h7. Alright, so queen f7. Get a few pieces for the queen. Because he's going to play knight g5. I'll just play queen f1 and hg and hope I don't get mated too quickly. And this is something exceptionally clever. Yeah, rook c7 is 96. Try rook c7. Oh, that's not good. I think that's it, isn't it? That's, lost the plot there. Well played. Oh, okay. Oh man. Oh, that was horrible. Okay. Frankie Four Fingers. Okay, 1 second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I think I might have to abort this. I think 10. Okay, I have to abort that one. Friedel. Okay. Hi there. Invite French defense. Oh, we got the it's classic London system stuff. Maybe I can play F5. That's an interesting one, because I haven't committed that knight, so that's an interesting little innovation. But I do weaken E5. So my castle. Oh, okay. Is this too dangerous for my king? What if I played knight E4? And maybe, I don't know. I don't know. It's taking me to weird territory. Is bishop F6 any good? Am I worse here? I'm worse already. I can greedily take a pawn. Is that a terrible thing to do? I'll take this pawn in the absence of anything else. Maybe bishop F5 and castle queenside. Castle kingside. Castle queenside. Okay. I'm still bearing down on B2. Is it possible just to just play this in castle to use that F file? Is my king? Is the bishop A3 on? No, he just ignores that. What about rook F2 if he castles rook F2? In fact, why isn't there bishop H4 coming up? Did I need to let him castle? As well as his bishop G3. I think rook F2 to kick things off. I can at least double the rooks. Can I? Well, here there's bishop a3 with a vengeance, isn't there? Or is it harmless? Maybe he just plays queen d2. If he plays queen d2, isn't there bishop d3 there? With that nasty pin. So, okay, bishop a3, if he takes check and queen c2 is mate. If he takes here, then there's queen b2, king c1, queen c1. I think bishop a3, yeah. This bishop's kind of not that relevant here on bishop a3. Looks like a nice forcing move. Yeah. I mean, I'll go for it. Nice common square, b1. So I think bishop d3 here. Is that, if I just cash out, bishop takes. This ending's 2 passed pawns over here. I think I could just cash out. But with queen b2 or bishop b2, does it really matter which? Oh, just queen b2. If I start running these pawns down, do I need my king anywhere just in case? Maybe just in case. Right, there's no entry point immediately. Oh, there will be after bishop b8. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, that's quite a stretch to come back over there, is it? Or do I need to keep that pawn? Or b6 check? No, that's even worse. a5, okay. I think it's back in the game. That's official. Because his bishop can end up on h2 here. How would I actually do that so that it's dangerous? Do I bring the king over there? That's interesting if I bring the king over there. Or not. What if I just played bishop f5 and put the king on? If I get to queen this guy instead, what if I try and queen that guy instead? Is that a crazy idea? It's with check. The bishop could always end up on h2 here if I have pawns like this. If I don't lose d5, if I take out c3, c1 will be check. If I play like this, I can imagine bishop h2 laughing at these 2 pawns with a blockade. So probably, if I can win c3, that would be great. That would be a great candidate. Pass pawn. I think the bishop will be overloaded. Surely. Oh, maybe I should have done bishop d1. Oh, hang on. I should have done bishop d1 to stop. Uh-oh. Oh, that was stupid. Might be making a mess out of this. At least his bishop has to get out of the way, but that's not exactly. Oh, No, I have made a mess out of it. Oh no. No. Oh no, I have made a total mess out of it. Or am I queening in this particular situation? Yes. Bishop f1. Has he counter messed this game up? I think he might have counter messed this game. Oh! Oh man, just Bishop D1 would have been such a good safety precaution. Bishop D1. I think it was. I want to just show if this was just crazy. All right. So I come up with this amazing idea of winning c3 because I thought, let's just check if this is true, right? His bishop comes in here and says there's no, and it's opposite coloured bishops, and it says black is still winning here. How is this even possible? How is black still winning? Has it got it wrong? How can black still be winning here? Okay, I give up. Let's go on to the next game. I don't know. That's what I was worried about. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Can I get away with, you know, this? If I have a grip on the d5 square, G5 and F4 is very crude, and just losing the E4 pawn. But maybe one day that's okay. If I have a pawn on G4 though, I can put a knight into F3. That's a Plaskett plan I've seen once upon a time. So I can get a form pawn. If I can get a form pawn, that'd be fun. But you might wonder how a knight goes into F3. That'd be interesting. Via G5. Okay. So this knight, to sort of reroute it to F3 via G5. Okay, this is a bit of a long plan. Oh, he's ruled out G5 anyway. Oh, crikey. Is there a change of plan here? Okay, just get rid of this knight without incurring too much damage, I hope. What is it? Is there like... There's no F4. Okay. It's a 3-minute game. I better like move, a little bit quickly. It's a 3-minute game. It's a 3-minute game. I have to keep reminding myself. It seems the manoeuvring is not that easy right now of this position. Is it possible that bishop e5 might be good in the circumstance? I'm going to do this in the circumstance. There's a reason, I think, here to do that. Get away from these dangerous diagonals. If I can double the rooks. Knight c7. Can I end up with a good knight versus a bad bishop? Is this bishop heading to be bad or not? Knight c7. Looking at b3. Hold on. I think I've got a prospect here of this knight somehow being good versus that bishop, but I can't see it yet. Okay, there's blockade potential. Okay, where's this knight going? c4 is the target. Knight f5, c4. A blockade. Pass pawn with a6, b5. But that will drop. Hang on. Can't do that yet. Nor that just knight e5 and try and win this pawn. Okay, b5 pass pawn here. Or b4. Or knight a5. Okay, is he just winning material the way he's played it? He is, isn't he? I've just lost material the way I've played this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Tough games today. Tom. Okay. Hi, Tom. Okay. These 3 minutes are very much more random sort of. I think this is another 3 minute. What is this for 3 minute? Magnus Carlsen's promoting 3 minute chess. Okay, I don't mind. It's fun. It's fun. But I just lose control of every position quite easily. I just drop pawns for no reason, etc. Okay. So rook e1, queen b3. But if you do want to practice, I think Magnus Carlsen's favourite time control for these is 3 minutes. So good practice when you play Magnus, if you want to challenge on 3 minute, I guess. So queen e2, rook ad1. Rook ad1 coming up. knight d5. You know what? He can't win the pawn, can he? I think there's bishop d5 there. So b4, knight e4, knight e4. I think there's bishop d5. Otherwise, it might be considered a centre pawn, a loss of a centre pawn. Maybe not yet. So rook a d1, bishop f6, knight d5. Or this. That's annoying. Alright, if I start with this, then there's knight d5. It guarantees me a nice knight. Then take on d4. I think I'm aiming for a better knight versus bishop. I might as well. I suppose I should, protect that pawn. Is that G4 king G2. Yeah, I think I'm under certain pressure. Queen f5. Oh, there's knight e7 check here. That's the weakness of the last move. It sort of neglects e7. The emergent opportunities. So I think I'll just put the knight back on d5. If h6 there, I saw knight g6 for queen f8. Interestingly, okay. Probably just if I put my pawn on h6, queen f6, knight e7 is one way. Knight f6 for g5. Okay, the full pawn for the win. Okay, thanks, Tom. Okay, so yeah, it's 3-minute galore today. It does mean more challenges available, more games generally. And I started 20 minutes late, so hold into that. If I'm about to leave at 1 o'clock, just remind me. I started 20 minutes late. It has to be like 1:20, maybe 1:30. One elephant, 2 elephants, 3 elephants. Here we go. Here we go. Smith Mora. I mean, standard plan, rook f1. There's a poise for e5 sometimes, isn't there? Oh, here, I think knight d5 is tasty, generally. Or maybe later. Oh, yeah. So bishop b1 and e5. Spring spined. Bishop h4 to g3. All right, I think this prompts me. There was a game Mikhail Tell played, believe it or not, in the Smith Mora, and he sort of played for f4 later. I think he moved his king and played for f4. I'm going to try and do that plan, because I think there's still an idea of undermining this key diagonal with f5. So if I played king h1, f4, f5, trying to sort of liberate this bishop a bit further across that diagonal, so f4, f5. Sometimes trying to grab that d5 square. Okay. Alright, knight f5 here. Or f takes. Well, that's a piece, isn't it? Bang. It's a tactical consideration there. If rook e8, bishop f7. Alright, so there's another mating consideration here. Can I kick this knight, or is there knight e3? So f3 is an immediate sort of danger. I could naughtily tempt f3 with rook d2. Maybe rook d2, because I can play, g takes. Okay. Knight d5 or rook f1. Maybe rook f1. Or am I playing with naughtiness too much here with rook f1? Maybe I should just play h3. Looks like a safety precaution to be able to play king h2. Anytime there's rook e8, there's bishop f7 if takes queen e8. Don't think the queen can be that easily kicked. I think so. Knight f2, unless the queen's coming into g3, I should be able to play king h2 fairly safely. I can maybe get rid of that knight d5 before it does anything naughty. So I'm hitting the queen and knight. Okay, there is maybe queen b4 to be boring. I just want the queens off. b4 to a3 drops. It's being boring here, simplifying. Classic recipe. If it's possible. What about f6 for a moment? Okay, d5 is held up for a moment. I'll play, that's a naughty pen, isn't it? How about rook d3 for knight f4? So I'm threatening potentially knight f4, although not quite here. On rook d7, knight f4. Okay, this asking the king to go back. Actually, alright, that holds tactically, yeah, because it's check. So that's good actually, because knight e3, yeah. Okay, let's speed up a bit. I'm a bit greedy. Maybe I should try and play the checks to avoid stalemate, because that's inevitable. If you get so many queens, I think stalemate becomes a 95% probability. Okay, so you've got to start checking at some point, I think, to avoid the stalemate. Another 3-minute game. Okay. Here we go. This is one of my pet lines. Coming from Paul Georgie, my friend Paul Georgie, who introduced me to this whole tango business. Has he got 94 by any chance? 94 could be a right pain. Did I misplay this? Did I already misplay this? It's possible. Oh, that looks a bit scary. Can I engulf D6? I'm thinking James Bond films when they engulf those things. James Bond, the D6 pawn is destined to be swallowed up here, Mr. Bond. Okay, B6, Bishop A6, or not? Or not? No, I don't think I've got access to it. I was thinking this A6 to D6. That's a dream. Okay. Knight F4 to E6 for a moment. Is it possible? How do I get to this pawn? Okay, so how do I get to that pawn? Bishop E6, get a rook to E6 later? This is the bad bishop anyway. I think it wants to be swapped off, the bad bishop. It's been very, very naughty, this bishop. Rook A7, Bishop A6. Oh, okay. Knight F5 check's coming. Maybe for a moment. F5, knight D4, C3. Okay. I think I'm going to give him that pawn just to sort of untangle my position. This is not good. Maybe B5. Right, F6. F4 coming up. It's now protected by the knight. And now, yeah. Well, maybe I can take that. I know it's crazy, but no, maybe it was stupid. I have to get my king out. Before it gets mated in the corner. Oh no, this is dumb, isn't it? Extreme dumbness. Oh, hang on. The rook there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I wouldn't try what I played at home at all much. Okay. Yeah. Okay, 20 minutes to go. Started late because of I didn't split up with my ex. I was having XSplit issues. Yeah, for the that's why I had technical issues at the start of this thing. XSplit issues. It's this bit of software. I know it's usually better than It was playing up. I had to restart the entire machine. That was my solution. Yeah, the classic recipe. Just restart the entire machine. So rook e1, knight f1. Rook e1, knight f1. Knight g3. h3, queen e2, a3, b4. That sort of thing. Is this closing up there? a3, b4. Well, this looks like a classic Roy Lopez game. Knight h2 to g4. Fischer, I think, once had double g pawns against someone in a vaguely similar position. It's one of his games in Fischer's 60 memorable games book. He had double pawns, and that somehow worked dynamically. I'll go for that plan. It's a plan that's available to double my own pawns, try and get some dynamic piece play. Whether it's great in this particular position remains to be seen. Maybe I'm just weakening my dark squares on any f3, queen h4, unless have I got knight f1? Actually, does g5 ring a bell? Did he play g5? He might have played g5 at some point. With the double pawns. There's an idea here. It used to do with the h-file or something. It does press against f5. I can play the en passant. It does press f5 plans. Maybe keep this bishop around. How would this work? I think actually queen d2, then f3, knight h1 to f2 to g4. Does that really do anything? Is there another way of playing that? It's mostly pointless, that plan, isn't it? How about this? Knight h1, queen f3, queen g3, bishop g4. Is he going to play c4 in the meantime? Actually, I have another cunning plan now. I've just realised that a cunning plan exists in this position, involving king h2 and rook h1. Sliding block puzzle manoeuvres. And to have the rook on the h-file is celebrating that semi-open h-file. I don't want to give my opponent c4 though. Is d4, that's evil? He gets a pass pawn potentially. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just give up the bishop for the knight and try and get this h-file attack in progress. So I'm going to take rook h1. Okay, maybe not. Put the queen over here. Again, the knight's going to be on c4. Yeah, I'm getting outplayed, am I? The knight's going to be on c4. A real nuisance knight. I was happy to have taken off that knight for the bishop. Is there like is the rook h1 plan actually going to do anything at any point in the future? That's the thing. Rook h1. Does it? King g1. I could rook h4, king h2, rook h1, king g1, and then they're both doing something for a moment there. They're hitting h7. Do I really do that plan here? I wonder. No, in the meantime, he's going to have knight c4 and it's going to be crushing. If I ever play bishop d1, he's got bishop d3 for knight c4. Does that matter? I'm never going to have the other rook over there. So, okay, I'm going to try this silly plan. Rook h4. If knight c4, bishop c1, but then I suppose he's got d5 coming up, stuff like that. No, actually, I'll never be able to get the other rook over there. I can put the queen on h3 though. There is a bonus point for rook h4. There is queen h3. d5's coming in strong for rook d1 later. Okay. So I'm nowhere near attacking him at the moment. It looks like being positionally outplayed. Yeah, I'm being positionally outplayed. Just controlling d1 for a moment. Is there a radical, like, knight f? It's rather doing nothing again, knight f5. Okay, there's bishop e3 here at least. The knight's holding e4. just for the record, this is what these rooks like to double. King g1, there's knight f1 potentially, or not. Or is that trouble because it's diagonal? Does he get to play rook d1? Or okay, yeah, I think time is getting a problem there. Okay, so knight g6, knight f6. Right, I don't mind this position, queen h4. So the critical idea is king d2, you know, sacking the knight for 3 pawns. And that's quite good according to Paul Georgiou, who's beaten loads of IMs actually. He's beaten loads of IMs in his time. Not always at FIDE time control, sometimes at just the ECF time control. But yeah, I won so many games from this position after queen d3, knight f4. Queen d2 you'd think is plausible. Mind you, I guess queen f4 and then, oh, there's knight f3 there. Maybe queen d2 is plausible, and he's played it. Most people would just play queen d3 and it's 0-1. Okay, but knight f4 here. There's queen f4, there's knight f3, and it's not really that clever. Maybe the idea of queen d3 when they do play it is to stop the variation of queen c2. Alright, I think I'm going to play for queen c2. Maybe that's the idea I never explored. Queen c2 or knight f4. Queen c2, knight f4 for d6 coming up. Is d6 plausible? Yeah. I hope it's plausible. I think it's plausible. Although there is maybe bishop b5 check. Maybe c6. There's no, as long as there's no rook c1, c6 looks plausible. It's bishop b5 check. So I suppose I want to just castle one day. Or bishop f5, well, I can still take. Does mean knight f6 for bishop g4 sometimes. Knight f6 for bishop g4. There's also g5 looks interesting. I'm interested in g5 here. Just to reinforce that knight. On rook c1, queen b2. I think there's still c6 on the cards. Okay. I don't want to encourage too much danger. Okay, I'll take this. Oh, it's bishop c6. I see. Oh, yeah, check. Yeah. That shouldn't auto recapture. That was, I think, stronger. So. All right. I think e4 coming up here is good. With the knight holding f4. So I'm going to take e4. And then bishop c8 coming up. Looks like an idea to try and trap the unsuspecting rook. Okay, I'll let the rook escape. Bishop e6 coming up. It's kind of pinned to the king, actually. I don't think it matters about rook d5. I mean, I think it's too much material, even if rook d1 and king e4. I think it's just too much material now. Anyway, I think king e4 is check in any case. Okay. Thanks for the game, Tony. And let's see. Lewis? Hi. Hi there. Okay, so Smith-Morra Gambit is good for Blitz, I believe. It's a good, recommendable system for Blitz. There's a book by Esmond, Mayhem and Morra, if you want to further reading. He drew with Anand actually in one of the Gibraltar tournaments with it as well, Vishy Anand, so it can't be that bad, even for classical use. So Queen E2, Rook 81. And yeah, I think it's quite an exciting position overall. The imbalances you get from different openings is interesting sometimes. Here, it looks as though the E5 is a scary concern for black sometimes. E5 with that rook X-raying the queen. It's a scary-ish thing to put the brakes on sometimes. E5 somehow to put the brakes on. I don't know why my hair is blue. I have no idea. Sorry. I don't know what's happened today. I don't dye my hair. No, I don't dye. Some critical issues have been discussed in the chat here. I do not dye my hair blue, yeah, or any other colour. I haven't been to a hairdresser for weeks and weeks. Yeah, I know. I'm too terrified to step outside the house right now. Generally. Okay. So knight takes G5. And queen going somewhere at some point. Is it possible? Is the magic going to happen here? Somehow, somewhere. Queen D3 looks magical to me because there's no knight b4. That's a bonus. If knight d5 ED, there's queen h7. Oh, there is f5, but then knight e6. I still think because of e5. Oh, there's knight e5. Oh, maybe this isn't that great. How would I get to that h file? You know what? I still think queen d3 now. Just invite knight e5 for queen g3 for queen h4. Gets to that h file, doesn't it? Queen g3 potentially goes. There's knight g6 to stop queen h4. Nevertheless, okay, here we go. Resistance is futile. Resistance is futile. All right, so knight h5, queen f3. Okay, it's all been explored here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I have to use the h pawn soon. So, knight f6, h5. Am I running into trouble? Hell, there's knight f6. Queen g4. Is this a bit of good news, as they say? It means I can play this. Get some material back with interest. I've still got this great bishop on b3. So I think g takes and then queen h5 coming up. Is that the case? Sometimes the opposite coloured bishops help the attacking side in the middle game, as they say. So I suppose G takes is interesting, or bishop f7. Which one though? I'm going to go for on this occasion. There's maybe G3 and f4. G3 and f4. Or is that too slow? It does mean actually, maybe there's King G2 as well for Rook H1, which actually affords Rook H5. If I have Rook H1, I have Rook H5. Yeah, I think King G2 here looks sensible actually instead of f4. King G2 plan looks more less pawns don't go backwards, less commensal for the pawns. King G2, Rook H1 for Rook H5. I believe that's a nice plan here. It covers the f3 square. Doesn't really matter about b3, does it? As long as the rook's not coming to f2, it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so we're having some h-file stuff going on. Yeah. I'm curious. Okay, so okay, there might be a plan. If I take and then Rook D3 to F3, that's one idea. At least. Rook D3 to F3. There's no major disaster, I hope. Maybe there is. If I just take that and Queen F5 just to simplify. Alright, thanks for the game. I think that's it for today. I believe that has been 1 hour 30, hasn't it? Is it? Does someone keep track of time, or was I more than 20 minutes? Is there another game? Could play just one more if you want. I don't know. I've lost track of time actually. What does it say over here? I have no idea how long the session was. Now, did I start 20 minutes or? Okay, maybe I can make it up next time or something. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. 123. all right. All right, another game. Here we go. Okay, E4, Jonathan. We can fit another game in, I think. I'm playing up to 1:30 today. So, 1 elephant, 2 elephants, 3 elephants, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I think I'm going to abort here to go on to the next one. Oh, premium members only. Bobby Bunny, oh, I'm afraid, let me win this before you. Bobby Bunny, Bob Beams. Yeah, apparently. It was nice playing Bob last week, yeah. Bob's strong, very strong, dangerous FM, same sort of style as me. Dynamic, aggressive, unsound sometimes. Plays for the win, all generally, in tournaments. Has won more than his fair share of tournaments. South End multiple times. But that's Bobby Bunny. Maybe play him next week. Okay. So, let me win. The London system with knight c3. So knight f6, and if I castle, what sort of thing is this? Is it some weird Benoni position or what? I think I keep asking these questions whenever I played Let Me Win. Let me not be confused by the opening sometimes. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I can't identify this. This is unidentified. E5. Is that any good? I have no idea, really. Bishop e6. It looks as though my centre might be double-edged. B-file might be useful. The imbalances here are strange. If I play e5, d5, I could occupy the centre just to be undermined later. I could keep the centre. I'm just going to play a move now. I'm going to play any move. Knight d7. I'm tortured by this. The swings and roundabouts here is torturing me. Here. Okay. e5 for knight c5 for knight e6. This could be a plan. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a plan. Maybe it's not. Knight c5, knight e6. Could be. It depends how weak maybe d6 is. Yeah. h6, knight c5. Right, d6 is going to be weak. Okay, I think I'm gathering d6 is weak. Have I got the possibility of rook d8 without knight e5? If there's bishop e6 threatening knight c4. Alright, this doesn't look entirely bad anyway. If he's weakening the dark squares, because it weakens both of our dark squares, this bishop exchange, there might be knight h5 to f4. I think one of my concerns is d6, this structure. The perk of this structure, at least I've got an outpost square on f4 for that knight. So can I play for knight h? That looks like a classic. If he's going to exchange off here, a5, should I be worried? I mean, maybe there's dangerous pawn majority. The knight c8 or knight a8. Knight c8. I think I can get away with this. Bishop takes knight f4. Because I was thinking knight g5, there's f6. Or f6 to be played. Okay, I'm looking forward to knight f4. Knight f4. That's something. In fact, immediately threatening queen g5 for knight h3 for queen d2. Then that's kind of dangerous. Queen g5, knight h3, threat. Incoming threat. The queen's unprotected. That does handle everything, doesn't it? Queen g5 needs to play king h2, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to try for h5, g5, g4. Very aggressive. I think it's afforded by the knight here. Oh, well, does he play knight d3? Hang on, he's got knight d3 coming up. This is a bit of... is it like... I should be careful. I should be careful. I don't know. I don't know. I know the knight's kind of stuck there. I don't know if it's useful to have a pawn on f4 or not. Is it a liability? I'm just building up liabilities here. It opens up the queen on that diagonal, acting as a sort of bishop. I think g5, there's bishop h5. Is there rook h8 for g? Oh, I'm going to lose the pawn. I'm losing that pawn. Okay, goodbye h pawn. You served well. Okay. I just can't afford to lose f4, I believe. Oh, what? Whoa! Hold on. Oh, there's knight f4 for knight h5. That's very, very naughty. That's just so naughty. That's unbelievably naughty. If that was the case, if that was the trap, g4 knight f4 for knight h5. That was very, very naughty. I'm covering my h5 here. So g4 knight f4. I'm going to be able to take. Yeah, and this is a g-file backfire. Okay. No, he's not going to do that. Oh, c6. c6 is a problem. Right. Can I play knight e7, get this knight back in the game? Also, I mean, f3 looks like tempting. In fact, okay, knight g6. Okay, kicking this, then knight g6 to e5. Well, there's knight b5. Oh, can't play a6 as a bishop a6. So I don't want to invite knight b5. Okay, so is it rook c8 then? Am I down to this one? This is getting a bit tricky. Knight e6, queen e6, otherwise I drop d6. Oh, I'll drop f4. Something's going to drop here in this position. Something's dropping. Something's dropping off. Let's see, would he give me some h-file pressure? That does cover f4. It might be sensible to play g3 for knight e5. Or at least protect this guy again. g3 is going to win that pawn on d6. d5, d5, maybe d5. That's crazy, but maybe necessary. Or is it that crazy? Maybe I've played crazier moves. Okay, it would have been nice to have a knight on e5 at some point. Oh, at least there's a c3. There's a c3 issue. Okay, there's an h-file now. Alright, there's rook c3. There's bishop e6. Okay, I'm dropping a bit of stuff. But there might be rook h3 at some point. Bishop e6, maybe d4. Bishop e6, d4. Things are dropping. d4. Okay, I'm kind of welcoming this, because I've got a bit of a clock advantage. It's not totally immediately terminal, is it? King e5 to d6. Okay, I can protect that, can't I? Oh, there's rook e6. Yeah, I mean rook d5. I mean, okay, there's rook d5. He's only got 10 seconds. I can probably queen this pawn. Knight e5. Right, so okay, take this guy out. And try and queen the pawn. Alright, thanks. Yeah. Alright, I think that does it for today. Okay, yeah, thanks. I should be more organised next time. Sorry about that. Thanks for being patient in this session. I'm glad restarting the computer did the trick. Okay, so keep safe and see you next week. Okay, thanks so much.